the Green Party have brought out a brand new party political broadcast in their own zany, offbeat way. And in Zack's words, what they're attempting to do is make hope normal again. Oh, God bless these Marxists.
Why does it feel like everyone's running all the time? You are, we all are, like we can never catch a breath. Rent's up, water bill's up. You dread opening that next energy bill. And when did everything become such a luxury? Going to a cafe, reading glasses are too expensive so you squint. Even going to the dentist gets put off. So you cut back and you pick up the pace. No holiday this year. Sorry kids. Living with tooth pain. You take a second job, sometimes 3, just to stay where you are. Wages stuck in 2008. Prices racing ahead. You never get to see the kids, snapping at them when you do. And it's the same story all around the country. Cities, towns, villages. People working full time, still broke. Builders building houses they'll never live in. Nurses queuing up at food banks. And we're the lucky ones, the ones with jobs. Some people can't run at all. Students buried in debt. Disabled kids denied support. Pensioners choosing which room to heat, if any. The pressure never lifts, so the rest of us run faster to help the people we love. The NHS is buckling. Our rivers are full of filth. Hopelessness sets in, and you're moving so fast, everything is just a blur. And that's when it hits you. What if the answer isn't to run faster? What if the most powerful thing we can do, all of us, all together at once, is to stop running and look around? Because the moment you stop running and really look, one thing becomes really clear. When the rest of us are killing ourselves to create wealth, and hardly any of it is coming back to our communities. It's going somewhere else, upwards to the pockets of the super rich. This isn't just an economic failure, it's a failure of leadership. The people we elected choose to serve the wealthy and not us. And yes, that is obscene. Good leaders put people before profit. They know homes are for living in, not landlords' portfolios. Energy is for warming those homes, not record dividends. And rivers are for nature and swimming in, not being poisoned to protect profits. And when we live well and we protect our environment, we don't burn out. It's how we grow. It's how our whole country grows. And yes, together, it's how we make hope normal again.
A great man once said that life is suffering, and, to live is to suffer, and I subscribe to that. I think life is full of its own level of suffering, and, as I get older and I develop more humility the older I get, and that's not a boast, of course. Even mentioning it sounds boastful, the fact that you have more humility now that you're older, and that's just the ego, the ever-present ego in the human psyche. But as I get older, and I know and understand more of life, I do appreciate that in some respects life is a lottery. Without doubt, life is a lottery. You can be the most gifted, most talented, bright person, and if you're born in the wrong place at the wrong time, your life will be horrific, regardless of your talent. I'm also of the conservative mindset that I believe that you should pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and in some ways you do make your own luck. It's not all one way or the other, it's a mix. It's a mix of luck as to where you were born, the opportunities that present themselves to you as well as luck, but also, you have to put yourself in the right frame of mind to accept those opportunities that come your way and grab them with both hands, because, as you get older, they start to drift further apart, and that's a really nice way to put that one. But without doubt, there are people in our society who worry about day-to-day stuff, unable to feed everyone. I get it. I understand, and it must be a terrible way to live. And I have a lot of sympathy for those people. Without any doubt, we must never forget that life is a lottery. And what is the mystery of that? Why is it that some people have a good life carved out for themselves? They've got good relationships with their family, they've got money, they've got a nice life, they don't worry about the basics of life day to day, they're worrying about the higher concepts of life as where I'm going, what's really going to keep me philosophically happy, what is the good life, and they're able to ask those questions. And what is the mystery of that? I don't know, and I wish I did. And if I did know, I would tell people. But this is the mystery of life. There's nothing that you can do about it. There's always going to be people that suffer. And there's always going to be people who don't. And the people that Mr. Polanski is talking to are the people that are suffering. And when you're suffering, you will cling on to anything. And that's one of the reasons why I dislike Zack Polanski and the whole of the Green Party movement as much as I do. It's why I make videos denigrating them. It's why I go online and attack them, because I understand that when people are suffering, they will cling on to anything. And what Mr. Polanski is offering those people is hope. And how's he going to give these people hope? Well, Mr. Polanski believes that through the application of Marxism and, old-fashioned communism, that everyone's lives will be improved. That if we only understood that the rich people are making all of our lives worse, and we could get rid of those people, and that life would be fairer and there would be equity for all. And this childhood vision, a child's-like view of the world, is patently untrue. The top 1% pay 33% of government taxes. The top 5% pay over half. Capitalism itself is far from perfect. It creates wealth inequality in between currency debasements and in between the failure of currency, because every currency since the start of time has failed for this very reason. It's, you just look at the Roman Empire, anywhere like that. What happens? Capitalism brings wealth inequality. More money goes to the people at the top of society. I get it. I understand. And then the people at the bottom suffer. But this snake oil that Mr. Polanski is offering won't bring hope, won't make hope normal again. All it'll do is bring more suffering to people that are already suffering. And that's why I hate it. And that's why I always fight against it.